Sage all day, and they did do some really nice stuff against TSM yesterday. The combos that Asuna and Nitro were hitting in A main and B main with the paint shell slow orb combination was really fun to watch, and really put a wrench in some of the stuff that TSM was trying to do. So we'll see if it's the same kind of story for Gen.G or if they pull out something different in order to control the map.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Pistol about to be underway. Gen.G versus 100 Thieves. This is the first map of the series. Gen.G will kick us off on the defensive front, and 100 Thieves will attack. Let's see the setup. How are things panning out? Early peaks for Guimont, and Win towards this mid side will be accompanied by Sean, who's maybe getting early intel towards A main, and it's about to be quite heavy from 100 Thieves.
You might be wondering, we said this was Gen.G's map pick, which means 100 Thieves should start defense, right? No, they picked to start on attack. Usually it is their map pick, so they end up falling in this situation anyways, but clearly wanting to stick with the same game plan over and over. Clear out in B main, both Nitro and Asuna, and also some attack over towards A main. Some space now taking, but look at Gen.G, their response. Peek into mid, let's get some information here. And they do, nothing there. Sean will hold tiles. They're not even peeking in that direction though. They're gonna come back through the spawn.
Gen.G a lot of membership towards this A side. It's a heavy stack, and still Spike undecided, but there's 50 seconds left on the clock for 100 Thieves. They will start to direct it over towards this B site, which with caster vision we see is wide open. Not even membership towards mid, but now finally Gen.G peek through. Nobody's there. There is a turret. I don't think it spots the players peeking out through top cat.
30 seconds
Still,
left.
what is happening this round?
So they're smoking the pop. They're gonna execute here. Hiko's gonna throw some shock darts and go back to B, join up with them. Nitro's gonna put the wall over. They have to take out the one player on site though. If they don't do that, then the dig is gonna be up, and they do. Now this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. The rotate's gone. Yes, they lose everybody though, and they know. Wow. If that worked out, it would have been nice, but no, it doesn't. Only 3 players are fighting against 5. The stack was already there for Gen.G, given the peek down cat. So now they have to take space back and try to fight before they can even respond.
It's a 2v4. Difficult position for 100 Thieves. They would have loved to get away with maybe one more frag, but it's 4 strong. Steel with the first tag. Just have to back away though. They're going to use the owl drone to scout things through. Ethan on the angle towards lane. They are going to start to funnel in one at a time. Ethan finds one for now. The 2v3 still possible on both fronts, down to Steel, and the shots won't be good. Very well played with Gen.G on the read.
Dude, I thought as they took down one player inside that A site, I thought it was gonna be good, but Gen.G challenged, they gamble, they stack over towards A. The information in mid was huge. Kusta falls, yes, but every single other player there, and they even commit Hiko to the fight too. I thought he was just gonna throw the bull, throw the shock darts and get out of there, but no, full send into the site. Even getting the wall down from Nitro. And they fall eventually. Nothing gained from Steel peeking and spawn, unfortunately. And that was key. If they didn't find anything early as they came back through spawn and rotated towards the B site, then that was going to be a hard task, 2 versus 4.
Uh-oh. Has to use the Tailwind early. Great utility usage from 100 Thieves to deny that top cat peek. And also use the Tailwind early. Nano Swarm has to push Suna back a little bit, but it's just 5 stack through the middle. Sean with this angle here, the spray through, has the dismiss to get away, but he has support from Kusta, and this is slowly falling apart for 100 Thieves. Mikael, Guimont on the flank. Should be around for Gen.G. I like the attempt though from 100 Thieves. Just hit your head on the wall and see if you can push through mid.
Yeah, barrel through mid, I like it. So trying to get rid of the Phantom over the top of the wall.
Destroyed.
So that Gen.G can't carry it in the next round, but I don't think there's a gap there. He's trying to find something, but I thought now Gen.G will take him and also recover the Phantom. No, he hit it. Where is it? Yep. He knew. I love the setup from Gen.G on that round there. Anti-eco, one player playing very close to the door, one player playing passive in spawn, and the other player playing lane. The player playing close to the door in market there is able to fight B main if they do come out. Good crossfire, but lane can swing on market in that case. It was Sean and Kusta. And they do work. Also, one player in spawn. I'm not quite sure who that was, but really nice stuff from Gen.G so far. Another paint shell potential possible for slow. Where's that slow gonna land? Ooh, right name. With the boom bot too. That could get dangerous. I like it.
You know, in earlier iterations of 100 Thieves, we've seen very passive tiles play on the attack. It's very interesting to see them a little bit more forward and looking for that B main control, but they're still, even with that utility spent, playing passively towards it.
One thing that's I think people miss is that, yeah, sometimes it looks like the match game plan looks exactly the same every single round, but if you look 3 matches, 3 maps of 100 Thieves playing Ascent, you'll see 3 different approaches. You'll see a lot of different strats, different ways to control parts of the maps, because the playbook is large. Here we go. 3 wall up potentially. No, it's just going to be Ethan and Nitro to peek into the site, and there's 2 players actually in there. One of them is Win, but GMD responds. Austin's trying to push through at the same time. They don't find anything. They stay on the stairs. Sean gonna try to find something, and Kusta's on the stairs too. My goodness, shut down.
I have this fight.
Uh-oh. Shock dart the track, just down to Nitro. Can't find another to bring his team back, and that's a bonus for Gen.G. That's economy now thwarted for 100 Thieves. A couple of upgrades for Gen.G off of that bonus as well. They'll be sitting pretty now moving forward. You like that attempt to boost, but Win, who I think was on site, he tailwind to safety, so they were able to negate that boost quickly.
Yeah, it's crazy how well prepared Gen.G has been for pretty much every single cool little thing that 100 Thieves brings to the rounds. There's the first time where they do the slow orb paint shells combination on the cat. Win is there, tailwind out. Any dangerous position, they're there and ready. Gen.G playing very, very well so far on this defense. Light armor and sheriff for some, Bucky for steel. As usual, as is natural at this point.
Uh-oh. That's problematic. Now they'll start to funnel through. The spray's good. Imal with 1. Still Win playing close here on the angle. They'll find him. Now Hiko has the Hunter's Fury. They can put themselves in a good position here, but ooh, trade for trade. Down to the 3v3. The door is about to be closed. No, it's not. Psych. Sean
already
with
closed.
Spike carrier now, and it's just one or another. Gen.G will secure that one. That was close. Suna finds 2 on the entry. Close on the 50.
But they needed that door to close, but Gen.G's already broken it, so no shot there after they get the first couple of entries. Gen.G also doing a good job pushing them back on A main, giving it time for 100 Thieves to have to retake that. Forcing time to be lost in that engagement, timing everything. When it comes to the slow play from 100 Thieves. Gun round though now. You mentioned Hiko has Hunter's Fury. Possible idea that we've seen from 100 Thieves before. Let's take mid control and then push into tree with Hunter's Fury. Ethan already posturing into that area. Hiko's still towards main. There's a drone here. Tags Asuna. No Hunter's Fury available for Mikhail. Ethan swings on it. There's still more. And they trade out. Wow. Spike down now on Cat. Asuna has to recover it, but they're pushing him hard.
Oh no. The firing squad, they lose the op, but 100 Thieves lose their life. Nitro is trying to get a little bit more space. This is the nano swarm that'll push them back. Do a little bit of chip damage just down to Hiko. You called it out. You set this up. They wanted that mid control. They got it. Now Hiko is gonna have to look for picks. Can't retrieve that spike quite yet. He's got 3 players looking towards him down cat.
This round looks identical to the 1v4 that Hiko shot. That's why the observer's like, yeah, let me get on Hiko right here. We've seen this literally yesterday. Gen.G still fighting Hiko in mid. He makes it hurt. Yes! Oh, almost got it again, but Gen.G Kusta's there. And they don't fall apart like we saw yesterday. but almost. So Hiko's still feeling it today.
Alarm bot out.
He's still feeling it.
Yeah.
I love the re-aggression there from Gen.G to push back on Cat. Fight, fight, fight. As they got Spike, they took more space, realizing what the play was for 100 Thieves, potentially knowing that that was a strat that they like to run. They know the rest of the players are going to be A main. They 100% know Hiko's going to be there because he has the Hunter's Fury.
Spike dropped.
They back off entirely. Now lockdown up. Now 5 ultimates up. All bases loaded for Gen.G. But Hiko has to save his ult for the other lockdown on the other side.
Orb early. Allows to get the orb for orb, slow orb for alt orb, but they don't pick it up. They're just trying to bait them through B main, but Gen.G haven't really shown a lot of that type of presence. They'll play passive on B and just scoop them up as they come out. I mean, that's what the Nano Swarm is for, right?
Swarm grenade out.
Just the default here for Gen.G to start. Orb for steal, and now they've got 10 ultimates about to be pandemonium. There's the cross for Suna. He will fall. Lockdown, though. Faking this A side hit. There's still a player towards heaven. It's Gimon. He has a safe angle there. They funnel in. He can take him apart.
They were biting on that lockdown, but eventually, because they don't move, because they don't actually bite, Hunter Thieves is able to take quick advantage of that. Especially after they show presence over towards B, they're like, hold on. This is definitely not going to be an A hit, but it ends up coming. So Hunter Thieves well played, but a 4 versus 5, and again, base is loaded. There's the ult trying to be put down on top of there, and it does. Just very soon to come. There it is instantly for Hiko.
It's the cheeky spot for the lockdown. Still manages to be destroyed. Now, of course, the push starts to come through. Steel with one, Ethan with another, Nitro with the third. It's coming up huge. Still, the 2v2. Mikhail and Gimon, they'll take him apart, but do you have enough time to defuse? It's going to be close. I think he should be okay. That's round number 6. 6 in a row for Gen.G. This is turning up to be a stomp.
We saw very similar stuff from 100 Thieves in a number of their different matches. A streak to start things off. Don't think we've seen a 6-0. Except maybe against T1 on that Icebox match. So strong for Gen.G so far. Everything they do, they have a response. Hiko responding with a ult to cancel the lockdown, but instantly gets counter ulted. Didn't find much, but 100 Thieves didn't quite have the space yet. Slow orb, no paint shell follow up for Asuna. Wins this actually sitting in it. That might catch him by surprise. Nitro might actually swing through this. No, he's up in the smoke, so everything is chilling. Meanwhile, the rest of this play still has got mid control, at least the bottom mid, with Ethan smoking it.
Oh,
Nice swing from Asuna. That's the one wine player they had. Space, and I'm surprised to see Win in there. No tailwind available to get out of that situation.
not to mention Mikhail wasn't quite there to help him out. There is a trade across the map. Usta, take down Steel, the Owl Drone into sight. Smoke back down for Gimon. Tries to delay them for the most part. The Showstopper will find its mark onto Mikhail, but still the TP up. Gimon's there to find the frag of the players, pushing on through. Still the spike needs to be picked up, and now it's Hiko's job. Usually playing off site, he'll come in and plant. Now the retake for Gen.G.
Kusa finds the back of Ethan. Hiko's still down below playing with Asuna. They're gonna have to go deep underneath in dark. All three players above. I like that from Gimon. TPing on top of the generator, but Asuna possibly for the ace. No, he fails to get Sean, and that's the 7th now for Gen.G. And this isn't like, this is good rounds from 100 Thieves, good looks. They have opportunities to win these rounds, but Gen.G has, I don't know how they had their read that time for Kusa to just push down mid and take out Steel. I think because they saw a lot of information towards A at the beginning. Quinn had A main control. They end up fighting him, and at that time, the smoke fades in mid, and they know for sure it's either going to be Ethan or Steel lurking in middle. Kusa regaining that control, and once again, they have the information that the hit is about to come. So they're able to be prepared.
I mean, despite Steel being a team player, statistically, can't fit on your fingers how many times he's on the lurk. Steel is always looking for an opportunity to get some space elsewhere, and unfortunately for Gen.G, that's denied. Another gun round on the precipice here. Economy will be broken for the round to follow. Will Gen.G continue this intense momentum? That slow orb once again, not allow the push in. Conditioning will continue. Look at this, a push up from Win. He's moving up so close down Cat. He is supported here by Sean. He's got to angle the tiles, and now Tailwind to safety. Nitro not expecting it. That's the raid boss down.
Some context right now. Gen.G is 38% win rate on this map, compared to a very, very solid win rate of 82% for 100 Thieves in 2021. Right now, it looks like that situation is completely reversed. Gen.G must have done a lot of studying right now, because the stats are absolutely lying to us. Early pick on a Nitro who had Resurrect available too. Maybe he
Placing swarm
got that
grenade.
as he died. In either case, Swarm Grenade put down for Kusa. It feels like they feel the push
30
coming in
seconds left.
soon.
Swarm grenade
Smoke
out.
down on Market, flashed out as well. Instant Nano Swarm, and yeah, once again, they're isolating the fight. GMD with a paranoia as well as they swing on the stairs. Sean too. It's beautiful. Every round red, it feels like, from Gen.G right now. Flawless.
And it started early on with a pick onto Nitro. They smoked off Deep Cat to allow Sean and Win to get that space early. I think there was a counter smoke from Ethan. Get a smoke down right in the middle so that, you know, maybe somebody wouldn't push up confidently. But this pick onto Nitro is really just the start of a calculated round. The Nano Swarms are really the icing on the cake. And you had players in market able to anticipate the play. The counterbalance of aggression or a lot of that mid positioning from Gen.G allowed them to identify, is it B, is it A? Nitro's B. Let's get prepared and get those players prepared with the market swing.
As these rounds get even more one-sided for Gen.G, that's when snowballs really start to happen. When the rounds are close, 100 Thieves still collecting ult orbs left and right, things can still swing. But right now, economy in tatters, of course. Ult's economy in tatters as well. We saw one round where basically all 5 members had it. All 10 members had it in that 4th round or 5th round. Since then, really, they haven't been able to find much more. Big mid presence this time. Nothing sneaky going on from Gen.G. No Win push. That space taken. Could take space now on B main and A main, but no, Win's got the op. Kusta pushing down mid once again. He's left by himself. No escape here for Kusta. But Sean is backing him up top mid, and he starts to fight. Don't want to be fighting the Vandal of Sean long range. Not with just bears.
Oh my god!
Come on, man. Those are free.
Holy moly.
It's crazy. Like, they push in the mid there. It looks good. Like, yeah, they get a lot of space. That was kind of one of their issues in the round prior to that. But Gen.G has a response again. This time, Kusta lurks all the way down, gets as close as possible, and Sean is there to back him up, and they're ready to duel at the long ranges. We're at 9-0. The best that 100 Thieves could do right now is 3 rounds on this half. Yikes.
You know what Twitch chat thinks? They think 67% chance that 100 Thieves will win. Take this map. 33% chance for Gen.G. Well, the stats are looking a little rough right now for 100 Thieves. Gen.G
Looks
in the
like the win
driver's
rates.
seat. Yeah, exactly. But another round on the precipice, another opportunity for them to continue to push this forward. Early intel towards mid allows Sean to play towards this mid side, and look at all that info. Going towards tiles, angle held by Win. They know it's this A hit. They have a lockdown. Here it comes. They have a Hunter's Fury to respond, but Hiko is slow to get into that position. They will just wait it out instead.
We need to suffer.
Finding the gaps. The hit looked like it was about to be on this A site. So instantly they push mid again because, of course, it's only going to be one. Nobody to back it up. Here we go. Second attempt.
Oh, they separate. That's at least the start there. Thieves, bit by bit, inching close. Still one player towards heaven. And Wynn's going to be very late to the party. 2v3. John here with the Empress, though, can make matters worse for 100 Thieves. He has to worry about the peek here for Nitro and deal with the player on the jump-up angle. That's Suna. He will find his mark now. Win with the op. 3 HP, though, 1-1. Shot's going to be good onto that player. The boost for Nitro. He's afraid to re-peek. It's an op for crying out loud. Here's the smoke, though, to deny the recon bolt, but Nitro is quick to act. And the eco-res 100 Thieves put their first round on the board.
Sorely needed that eco res too. His money's gonna hurt the next couple rounds if they want to bring back the next two. They need that on their side. Good round from 100 Thieves. Finally cracking this A site. When not quick enough with the cloud bursts. If he did that, it might have been possible, but still against Hiko and Nitro. Yeah, probably not good chances statistically, but clearly Gen.G has their number right now. Push towards A. Pushing it off. Okay, Guimond getting a little aggro. Nitro's there. Yeah, he'll win the fight. And Asna's gonna showstop to respond. He gets him in the air anyways. My goodness. Nothing is going their way.
And like, I'm at a loss for words. Like, the amount of fly swatting we've seen today, players getting shot out the air, is insane. I thought that was done with FaZe LG, but no, yeah, here we are. Guimond with the crispy shots in the air still dies to the showstopper, but that's supposed to be a position Asuna succeeds in. We've seen him time and time again come out victorious in those positions. Win. Right angle for B main, has to swap to the Blaze Storm. We saw the anime battle earlier the other day, but he will not take it this time. Aske retreats and he will go back towards the B site. He will be back site, and unfortunately they don't have a lot of tools to deal with this lockdown, and that means trouble in paradise for Win.
30 seconds left.
Doesn't have that tailwind either, I think. Dashed away from it, but yep, Hiko takes him out. I thought he was maybe gonna get away in that smoke. Recon bolt out though, and he goes through the smoke. I thought he was just gonna wait for it to spray. Said Sean has to duel against two. Kusa's here quickly. 13 seconds. They have to put the spike down. That might actually be purchase for them to move up quickly.
One enemy remaining.
That's good for one. Still one more around the bend. It's Sean. They were both incredibly low for 100 Thieves. Ethan was 3. Eco was 40. And Ethan survives with 3 HP. How narrow was that victory for Ethan and Hiko? And yet here we sit, the last round of regulation. Hunter's Fury available on the flip side. Empress and Hunter's Fury available as well. Other than that, we will likely not see ultimates come through. Statistically, not likely. So we'll see how they get played around. No lockdown for Hiko to use, so expect him to play off the post plant if he does not fall initially.
Did manage to carry over guns in every single last of these 3 rounds. Still a good chance here for 100 Thieves. Quickly up towards Cat this time, though. Potentially Gen.G now going to fight. There's a drone. They might actually find Gmon and then push quickly. 100 Fury now on tree. That I was talking about earlier. And they clear it out for now. But Win, nice shot for Asuna. Ethan also trying, but Mikhail is hidden next to the door. Finally, Nitro takes him down. But it's trades all around. Gen.G find it 10-2. They close out the halves absolutely brutally. We're going to take a quick break and see if 100 Thieves can recover after this.
think we now know the source to all of Gen.G's power. A little bit of a summoning circle during the break. The Valorant cult is strong, and we'll see if they're strong enough to close this one out against the 100 Thieves.
All hell tack to bear. Gen.G. They've done the ritual, and it's working. 10-2. They'll have to close out. 100 Thieves started to get some momentum, but Gen.G struck back quickly in that final rounds. Pistol quickly up mid. Similar look that we saw from 100 Thieves.
All is up for Nitro, not allowing this B split. You're seeing a lot of that action towards the mid side, and you're going to see 100 Thieves pinch in on the opposite front as well. Steel and Ethan working down Cat. Nitro with the initial pick, but still now they've managed to make their way onto the B site respectively, and that split is no longer necessary. Now it'll be a 3v4 retake, make it a 2v4. Spike will fall, but 100 Thieves in the driver's seat for the round.
Planted.
Ethan's here. Gonna regroup with a lot of people. They take all the control possible. Now Kusta and Mikhail left alone in the site.
Oh, it's gonna be close on the default plant. Not quite there though. That's where they're playing towards. Shots are gonna take members dangerously low, but it's down to Mikhail. You can only find one. 100 Thieves salvage the pistol, and ball. Boy, did they need it. You lose that one, potentially give Gen.G the map.
Yeah. So difficult to come down and come back 10 rounds down. That probably would be the situation. Instead, 100 Thieves take it, and in good fashion. They start off with Asuna. Paint shells down mid, completely shutting down that mid split onto the B side. And then the retake with 4-2 on each lane. Keep them contained inside the site. They re-clear B main easy and fast. And from there, all is easy. Kusta's Nanostorm's not able to delay enough on one side, and the pinch is on. 100 Thieves definitely pulled out a lot of new stuff on this map with their switch to Nitro onto Sage. It's a quick hit for Gen.G onto this A side. Steals only with the Bucky, and there's not much else. Tries to do the cheeky Nanostorm, but we already know that Gen.G stole the setups.
Spike planted.
So we already know that they're prepared. It doesn't matter though, because they don't need the kills necessarily to play a retake.
Gen.G just want to get the spike down, get some additional credits moving into the next. If they can find some value, they would gladly take it, but Thieves, they're just going to take this one clean and clear. A good bonus for them to follow suit. Usually you'll lose a player or two. They only lose one. They can move forward with their solid bonus. Will they be able to start a similar dominating trend that we saw for the first half? Gen.G went straight for what, 7-8 rounds in a row? 400 Thieves managed to put one on the docket. That was quite the performance. We'll see if 100 Thieves have that capability to do it as well.
9-0. It started off. Sheesh. It's going to have to be similar. It will have to be similar. We've seen things like that in the Challengers Tour so far, but it begins here. A good anti-eco gives them the opportunity to bonus. But with that, also potential for them to lose an easy round because they don't have the upgraded weapons. 3 Spectres on the board, and they cannot afford to lose any.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Nice protocol to clear it. This B main side, Kusta and Sean. Nanoswarm in the corner. That baits out the wall for Nitro. We've seen him tuck himself behind there. There's a slow orb! Oh, Sean's stuck! But the nades are too far. That's an adjustment. Usually it's on top of the box to get the player stuck trying to grab the ult's orb. But instead, they think and they know that Gen.G is like, okay, we know that they're going to do this. Let's make sure we're ready for it. But they actually weren't for the box. Nothing gained. Imond has a lot of space mid. He's going to smoke over towards the A side, it looks like. Help out players here. Steel's got the angle though. And of course the Bucky.
Oh, that's so frustrating. Every individual watching this right now is maulding. Bucky is mauld-inducing. Still, or laughing. True, or laughing too. Steel's definitely laughing. The execute, not going to be quite fun though. They'll start to push on in. Spike still needs to get planted, but it's the retake for 100 Thieves. All playing towards Garden. Bucky intact. That is a weapon upgrade for Steel. The Bucky's gone. He's got the Phantom now. Contact towards Spawn. Gimon will find one. And they know they're all held up here. Spray's good for Gen.G. Down to 2 final players. Nitro with the wrap. Steel, the Heaven hold. It's a 2v3 doable on both fronts. There's the peek forward. Sean with 1 HP. Back up to full. Just down to Steel, who started this round with the initial pick. Now has to bring his team back from the deep, deep depths. Working slowly. Player for Generator, player for Hell. Now another player towards Tree. Steel going to deal with that player first. Is Sean. Okay. Thank you very much. Spray underneath. He will retreat. Keep that weapon moving into the second. Gen.G 2 rounds away from closing out map 1.
Ooh, Quinn goes down, actually. Loses his gun. And it was a bonus, don't forget, so not the biggest. I mean, it is a big deal because the lost round is a lost round, but they can buy back into this. It's not like their economy is shot like it would have been if they had lost a lot on that anti-eco. I can't believe Sean won this fight with 1 HP against Nitro. And of course, Reyna devours right back up to almost full HP. Okay, so 100 Thieves reset with full guns this time, Steel with the saved weapon. Out to fight back. Shell combination didn't quite work out last time.
I have the spike.
And do it again over towards B main, not swapping it over towards A. And look at this, Sean's already up in mid. They've smoked deep. It's gonna take a while for them to realize. I think now he recognizes, Asuna does, that the smoke is there as he rotates into spawn. And they're gonna push all the way through this. This is dangerous. A drone through market. They're not gonna get the information. They're gonna look the other way. The pinch is on.
Suna anticipating some of that early aggression towards mid. We'll find a player. Nitro with another one, but it's up to this flank. You need one, find one, but unfortunately it's not the trigger. Discipline, quick trade for trade. Asuna on the chase will find Sean. Down a win. 1v3. 100 Thieves are on track to secure another round, but a 1v3 is very doable for Win if he can find some individual 1v1s.
What an idea there for Gen.G to just walk up through the smoke knowing that Asuna is going to play passive over towards the B side. But the execution not quite there. Trigger discipline. They could have taken out both Eco and Nitro from the back without them realizing, but Nitro turns. Now it's an awkward situation, and 100 Thieves are able probably to recoup this round, and they know he's going over towards A, but still trying to get aggressive, try to find a little bit more. Windows not broken though, an alarm bot too.
Oh, close.
Traded.
They were almost lined up there for a moment. That was very possible. If, at least from my perspective, it looked like they were lined up. It was a moment that Win could have brought it down to a 1v1 win against Suna. But alas, 100 Thieves of the round. Gen.G on the eco. Momentum continues to build. Not as dominant as the 9-0 start from Gen.G, but slow and steady can definitely win the race here for 100 Thieves on a map pick here for Gen.G. Not a map pick for 100 Thieves. Map pick for Gen.G.
Standing ahead.
Well, they can afford 4 rounds to 1, essentially. 100 Thieves can. Actually, they can only afford 1. But it starts off good. Starts off strong. Peek off the cat. Steel's there to spray through. Boombot to follow up. Hoon has to dash away. Looks clean. And I have to say, the rounds that they've won, minus the one they lost, all of them have looked very good, very convincing for 100 Thieves, unlike what we saw from the start of that Gen.G dominance, even though it was a 9-0. Those were close rounds. Eventually, it ended up being flawless, but at the beginning, wasn't so much so.
I think one of the big key details here for 100 Thieves, and I think what might continue to build on their success, is this pesky wall for B main. Doesn't allow the mid split, despite the pressure that Sean and Gimon are capable of finding them. So they were in spawn the other round and still couldn't close that one out. That split is so difficult to deal with because that wall goes up. What are you gonna do after that? You're gonna reveal your position. You're gonna take it down. That might be a great way to start, but that wall is going up every round. Guess what? Nitro's here. He's prepared. Slow orb first to start. He's been doing such a great job of delaying any B main presence. And that leaves Gen.G in a little bit of an uncomfortable position for especially rounds like this. There's the wall. Now they can't do the split for quite some time, but they will take it down. Adaptation.
You should
You
run.
gotta start doing that every single round. Lockdown available. Nitro's actually gonna fight back in mid. This was a lot what Gen.G was doing, but he's gonna ult away. Did he take damage from that boom bot? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. Wynn's still in mid. That's a big flank. That could be dangerous. Meanwhile, they've got sight control, and yes, Steel is gonna fall. Asana's gonna fight back that spike. They don't get it in the sight, so it's okay for now.
Oh, but that's going to be a close player. Sean waiting on the opposite side of the smoke. Nitro still with the flank, and they'll take them apart bit by bit. Two players remain. Guimon not enough despite teleporting back to site. And Kusta in a little bit of awkward scenario. Spike will still get planted and still will get diffused. 100 Thieves put another one on the board. Still 4 to go. Still 4 to close things up, tie things back up. And despite that dominant performance, Gen.G don't look so scary when the gap is starting to close.
And again, a clean round for 100 Thieves. Yes, it did get very, very awkward, especially after they pushed mid and Steel ends up falling to Win on the lurk. But the Res brings it back, and they were up 4-1, 4-0 at the end of that round. 4 people up. Almost flawless, in a sense. So 11-7 gap brought down to 4. And Gen.G not quite finding much still. It's going to be a half buy here. Phantom in the rounds. Slow orb down and still not pressuring the wall every round. They're also not switching Nitro over towards A, which we saw a lot. Steel's going to take a peek down A main. Spots Sean and falls off. Does not want to risk the possibility of losing his life, but he does spot that there are people outside of A main at the same time as people inside of mid.
Another big key is Asuna playing towards this mid side. He will have to fall back as when getting a lot of presence towards this heaven side, Ethan will send him down. Asuna will help deny entry towards that heaven side. Still the action continues to develop. Coil and Bubble and Steel with the 3K. Another round. That was the eco for Gen.G. This is the upcoming round though, around the bend. This one right here. Gen.G either bounce back, another round to take for theirs, or 100 Thieves will once again just continue the momentum.
Yeah, they look rigid right now. They look very rigid in the ways, and they're going to continue to do so. I think when they really start to get rolling, when they realize that Gen.G is not quite yet adapting how they potentially should, everything stays standard. Asuna, Nitro, and Hiko start off towards that B main. We do have a tack pause finally for Gen.G. How to figure this out? It's already been too much, right? Given the fact that this was a 10-2 half to start things off, it's already been too much.
Think about how this map has unfolded for Gen.G. 100 Thieves haven't changed anything. Steel hasn't gone B, Nitro hasn't gone A, Asuna's controlling mid. Got Ethan and Hiko playing B or A. They are the rotators. They are the X factor that continues to change round by round, but still the main bread and butter remains for 100 Thieves. Got Steel on A, Nitro on B, and that controls how the map is played. Nitro controlling B main. Asuna will hold mid so that Nitro can play the B main a little bit aggressively, can swing the orb, whatever, and Steel will hold things down with the swarms over towards A. It's consistent and it's unwavering.
I think after we deal with this wall over towards B, idea might be for Gen.G to go back to what almost worked, which was pushing up mid, getting some split done, potentially pushing even into spawn, but 100 Thieves has responded since then. They've kept their players more over towards the mid area rather than centered over in B. Hiko's now jump spotting that, so maybe that'll get shut down too, especially with Asuna deep inside a market. They can get a crossfire down. There's a smoke up top mid though.
Out of charges.
And they don't have information. No drone available for even a little bit more. It's going to be a dart that Hiko should spot. That coming that late, actually. Okay, there's a dart for Hiko. So he already knows the situation. He knows, especially with the smoke fading. I was going to say that dart coming so late actually might tip them off that it's not going to happen. It's going to be a flash through onto tree, and that's where they're going to explode. Meanwhile, Kusta is so far over towards B right now, and the wall is gone.
He's looking for the flank. Any players that are going to fast rotate to A, he's going to try to be the X factor. He's over towards the log side. Soon as departing. Let's pay attention to the action on site while Kusta's developing the flank. Still, things have subsided. Kusta does find Nitro. The hit is a anticipatory as it was. The time is ticking. They need to get involved. That spike carrier down the trade. Still the action from the top side. Asuna now with the showstopper. It's gone. Kimon saves the day. Now just down to Hiko. 1v2. Everyone is injured. Shock Dart comes through. That's the flick. It's almost good enough, but Mikael from the generator will bring Gen.G to match point.
Match point.
The 4 rounds that are over 100 Thieves, that was basically what they needed. Now they need to respond with another 4 rounds, and they can do it. Jack to bear on the wall. Gen.G maybe losing a little bit of his power. But a well-executed push through tree. A great flank from Kusta to break down some of the cheating that even Gen.G was doing on towards that A side on their defense half. This time a little bit too much to deal with. No Nitro on that retake. Since he was taken down early, I love it. Here it is, the wall. We saw this one time for Nitro previously in mid, right at Pizza. Gets the operator online. Can peek all the way down to top mid.
This is a
A
change.
little risky now.
It's a change. They know that the wall's not be made. How do they play off this?
They don't know. That's the thing, right? They don't know. So Nitro's able to find one. Now they know for sure, though. Right? The wall could have been being placed right now. Instead, Asuna and Steel has his setup here. So he'll know, and they could play off of the turret. Twins got a lot of control. They're going to push out.
Oh, this is going to be close. They have both anchors here, Steel and Nitro. Asuna as well. They are all going to take them apart bit by bit, shot by shot. The B main push gets stuffed completely. Wow. It's a flawless 400 Thieves, and they are 3 away from tying us up.
And out of the timeout, they switch things up just slightly, and they earn an advantage. Nitro bringing out the operator. Gen.G was like, hold on, 100 Thieves ops? They have an opera on their team? That's the thing? Okay. Out of the timeout where Gen.G's like, okay, we've got to break down this wall at B main. We have to every single time. If it's down, we have to fight it. Because otherwise they gain too much information for too long. Instead, 100 Thieves switches things up and goes right back to where they were at before, except Hiko this time over towards A main. There's an eco for Gen.G. There's the dart. Careful with this. If they got tagged, that would have been an ult. Maybe take them all down. Steel's going to play aggressively with a nano swarm. Doesn't miss. Doesn't hit, though, and Hiko swings with him. Get the man advantage.
Shock Dart, you're looking for a tag. Win just barely. Limbo's underneath it. Still takes 33 damage. Now the tight angle through the dice. About the Owl Drone, still a great position here. Now Steel a little bit off site. He's got that turret towards mid, and he can play towards tree and allow that turret to gather intel for Asuna and Nitro. Play a little bit passively this time. Still, Gen.G are waiting to explode.
This is just taking a little bit of a breather. Fanning himself. Hiko still has ult. Jump spotting A main.
30 seconds left.
Ethan potentially going to have a smoke coming up soon if Gen.G don't strike. There it is. Shock Dart going to be pushed out. With some damage. Yep, and Steel's on the crossfire as well. No information on the rest of the map, and 100 Thieves reads it. Boom. Everything gone. They're now within 2.
That is quite the comeback, but, you know, a tale of 2 halves. Momentum shifts, the momentum changes. Gen.G had a couple of moments of success on this half so far, but all they need is one. The eco you just witnessed. Here comes their gun round. And that last round will likely be a little bit of an awkward buy. Softer one, because they won't really have quite the credits to bring them back. 2 players are down to 0, so this round has to count for them to close things out, or else it'll be a little more difficult in the round to follow. Ultimate's available for Gen.G, Hunter's Fury, Empress. Tight angle here for Nitro. He might be considering the boost. He does have the op, won't be playing with it up on the boost.
Wow, what? He survives? I can't believe Kusta lives there. The slow orb nade combination was perfectly on top of it, felt like. Maybe slightly popped a little too early.
You should run.
His low HP is going to be a lockdown spent, but that's not the push just yet. They could obviously come over and come back. The wall is broken.
Wow.
Did he just satchel? Did he?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's got a lineup for that. Oh, window. Doesn't matter about the lineup, the spray. Almost loses it though, but Gen.G are starting to funnel in. Shot's gonna be good for 1-1 around the generator. Steal! It's good. Nitro for the final. We're one away to take us to OT.
And it looks like economy is going to be shot for Gen.G as shambles by in the last round. 100 Thieves. They're so close. Gen.G just not quite finding anything. There's the replay. Satchel to break the lockdown. That's definitely something that's been theorized, especially with all the shock dart plays that have come out. But there you go. Everything prepared. Asana's got it.
Every 8-year-old is Googling satchel lineups this very second.
Yeah. Average Jonas has another job. Low orb and paint shells again. Careful, guys. You know it's coming. Doesn't actually connect again. This time, no damage. Oh, actually, Kusta's very low once again, so maybe it did. Either case, Hiko, a lot of information down mid. I think he just spotted them hiding outside of Sub Rosa. That's Mikhail and GMD. Nitro's been working with the op. I like this. Asuna playing close. They've got the safety of the wall. They know they can't peek over unless it was Quinn jumping over with knives or something. He walks into market anyway, so they've got a great crossfire from stairs. How do they handle if they come out of B main after this wall falls, though?
That's what they're waiting for. Now the wall's gone. Smoke off, but it's not the correct smoke. Still, this op has an angle. They'll push in. Shot's gonna be good on to win, but it's not enough to take him down. The swap to the frenzy. The blades are good, but it's the damage from the B main push. The spike is down. Ethan TP's to cave, and it's down to the 2v3. Mikhail alongside Kusta. They're pushing back. Ethan's already there, ready for the spray through. It's just down to Mikhail. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to OT.
Switching
A
sides.
10-2 comeback to bring it to overtime for 100 Thieves in map number 1. It started off, you know, not necessarily the most exciting game, but boy, have we gotten ourselves one after all. 12-12 closes things out. We got our first OT on the board. 100 Thieves goes back the attacking side, and Gen.G will defend. Is there anything new here, though, for 100 Thieves? Because Gen.G looked dominant. The issue, though, for them now is they've just gotten stomped on the other side. 100 Thieves recovered. Can Gen.G recover from that mental destruction?
Maulding, if you will. Well, we know how each half goes, right? Gen.G very comfortable on this defensive front. 100 Thieves managed to come out with this one. It could be very challenging for Gen.G to break through on the flip side. So, very crucial round for them as we go back and forth on this overtime special. If you're new to overtime, every player gets 5,000 credits. Their ultimate charges go up to half. And there's not going to be an eco whatsoever. You can buy the op if you want, but you won't really have credits for anything else.
So still playing over towards Sub Rosa. Satchel across. That's to clear, and needs to use wine. Kyle clears close mid. That's sometimes been a trigger for them to push down mid. Look at this. 3 players. Yeah, they're going to challenge steal. That's happened every time for Gen.G almost. Every time they read something like this coming. Now the hit is stifled slightly, and they're going to stack over towards 4 players here waiting outside of the smokes.
Doors closed though, or sorry, rather already destroyed. Oh, Ethan just barely dodges underneath the dice. Hiko with a great opening pick, but Win finally finds some value. Still not down, he's low on HP. Sooner will take him down, all up to Sean in the 1v1, and guess who you're up against? It's Hiko. Spike is planted. He's got the Hunter's Fury. Somehow managed to bring it up. Owl Drone to clear things out. Sean's gonna push him. There's the tag, it's coming close. But he's ready. He's prepared, playing the tight angle. Sean knows exactly where he is. And that's the initial overtime round for Gen.G.
100 Thieves almost cracked that attack, but Gen.G, once again, they continuously push down mid, coordinated to take down one. It's either Ethan or Steel today. It's been mostly
Switching
Steel.
sides.
Right here.
So Gen.G stay strong and hold on to their defensive side. 100 Thieves now back to where they started to come back. It could be over after this round. All you got to do is win by 2. Basically playing 1 round halves over and over and over. Here we go. It's been the same story over and over for 100 Thieves on this half. All up towards B. There's no operator online now for Nitro. Try the slow orb paint shells combination. Same thing for Gen.G. They're trying to crack it in similar fashions over at that B main side. They pushed in through A. That's been basically the success that they've found. Potentially a mid push as well. The smoke up top. Eco's clearing it though. Also spots one up mid. There's nothing. So
Paint
slow.
shells didn't come out for Asuna. Paint shells? So they don't know that he's playing here. I mean, it could be safe to assume, but he's playing very passive around this tight back, spawn area closer towards the site.
Oh, one of the things that actually might be an adjustment. Number one, this wall is coming down later and later in the round as time goes on. Then, secondly, the fact that they're working mid, GMD might only have 1 smoke on the execute towards B when they decide to come over here. And they've been opting to use it towards market. So Asta
30
may be
seconds
reeling
left.
that out, but he's pushed down into stairs now. And the paint shells are saved, potentially a slow orb too. Especially if they hear anything. Yep, here it comes. Slow down, Sean gets through, paint shells at the same time. That splits everything up.
Yeah, Sean, though, he's leading the charge. If he can find a couple of picks, he's in a great position. There's a player behind you. It's Eco. You don't need him. Still,
seconds left.
4 players remain. They're starting to push forward. Nitro with 1, playing close towards the default site, but it's 2v3.
Got it.
Spike now being planted. It's a little bit of a tighter spot. Eco with the spray. It still goes through. Now down to win. He's got to run and rush over towards the site, but he goes in a great spot. Now he's going to be smoked off. He's going to be paranoid as well. And that is going to be the round for 100 Thieves. We go back again, Bala.
We go again.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Second OT now. 100 Thieves has to maybe. That was very close last time on the attempt, but Gen.G claws on and holds on. That defensive round was clinical for 100 Thieves. Gen.G definitely have to, especially if they win this next run and go up. Have to figure something else out. Have to force that wall out early. Instead of playing towards the backside of B main so that they can work whatever they want rather than being forced into a specific play.
Shot dart.
The longer they get stuck waiting for that wall to come out, the harder it'll be. In any case, 100 Thieves is on attack this time. No Sage on the defense. The A hit almost worked last time. It was so close. Potential for them to go right back forward again.
One of the consistent things from Gen.G's defense is they've been shock darting close by that bicycle on the jump up towards this A lobby side. And it puts Win playing a tighter angle through A main. And they've been doing that shock dart without fail, but this time it's Guimond here, Win towards the mid side. One-way smoke back up. Still interested in challenging this through the one-way. Nitro comes out on top. Now just down to Mikael and Win towards this A site.
It's a battle Sage. Nitro's really starting to fall into that role. Or picked up as well, I believe, for Hiko. Last round, he almost had the Hunter's Fury up. See if he can find it again this time. Not necessarily going to happen in OT, but it can.
Oh.
Paint shell deep. That's Asuna pushing through tree. He's got so much space, but they lose Nitro anyways.
Oh.
Hiko finds him too. Asuna's up top. Yes! And they don't clear it. Mikael falls, and Sean left in a 1 versus 4 on the attacking side.
What a masterful round for 100 Thieves. They start with that owl drone. You might have to put things... never mind. Psych. That round's over. But they start with the owl drone. As soon as up cat, they give up or they don't really fight for that mid control. But the moment that the drone spots Hiko, paint shells to follow up, and Asuna goes deep with the blast back. He chases him down. Despite managing to escape, Hiko breaks the window early every round, so he's in a great position to get on up, be in position for a flank, Hiko's down, Sean's down. That's the round.
And notably, too, Steel inside of mid that time won his fight against, I believe it was Kusta pushing down mid. So that battle that's been going on every single time where 100 Thieves has been losing it finally goes their way, and so does the round. Potential now for the match to go their way, too, if they continue their success of the defensive side. Gen.G, though, a different approach, quick up mid. This is what I was talking about. The one round, they almost walked all the way through. Not going to do it this time, but they have space in market. Asana's playing at that switch area. On top of the table, he has to escape. Not going to put the door down either. Wall goes up early because he has to try to fight back with Asana. All of a sudden, they've got control in the round. They're going to fight back in mid, though. 4 people here. They might push through this smoke.
Yeah, there's a 4v4, and the initial pick goes for Hiko. That's Sean down, a crucial piece of the puzzle. They will rush over towards A. Through the tree room, turret's gone. Ethan's playing the pest. Shot's gonna be good onto the first. Gonna start to think about dropping down. Can't think fast enough. Wins quick on the jump, finds the frag. Steal from range. Kusta with the refrag down to the 3v3. Things slow down. As soon as in trouble, he's gone and down for the count. Down to Nitro and Hiko. But if there's anyone I want in this position, it's the both of them. Nitro with the first initial swing. Hiko coming in from the flank. They'll put up those nano swarms. They'll be taken down. Nitro anticipating a potential tree flank, but he's gonna join Hiko on the push. Wow, a lockdown comes through. That is so scary for 100 Thieves. That's put Gen.G in a great position. Slow down, waiting for that lockdown to subside. Hiko and Nitro. Players in hell, one close generator. Still, now, one comes easy for Kimo, but it's all down to Hiko. The clip! No, not the clip.
Not enough time to push that one. Lockdown comes in clutch. Kusta with a couple. And there you go. We go again. Third overtime. In a ridiculous game. Honestly, for both sides. Overall, what a beautiful double swing there. To take out the one player through tree, through the door. Absolutely ridiculous. And then, yeah, Kusta popping the lockdown. 2 kills. He got an orb as well. Hiko coming in with the flank, and they knew because they did not have the space that that was a possibility, and they're ready for it. 100 Thieves back to the attack. Every time it's been an improvement. Let's see if Gen.G can improve on their own.
Door is broken. Standard stuff. There was an early recon bolt towards mid. Wind takes care of it, so info will not be gathered, rather that there is just maybe potentially one player there.
They're going to go through. Asana's just going to go through.
Smoked. They don't need the wall. Paranoia for generator. They could take this. Easy peasy. But they're still hesitant. Slow orb towards heaven. That'll make things a little bit easier. They will have complete control. A 5v5 retake with Steel and Kusta once again battling for flank.
Kyle still has cat control, so you're not fighting just yet. Spike just now getting planted by Hiko.
Spike planted.
Potentially it might fall all the way back to main. Nitro's up on a wall in that case. And this is definitely nice. Steel has to defend the flank here from Kusta, and it's not going to be coming.
Smoke comes down. Here comes the push back, the retake. Nitro's in a great spot. The swing. Wind's right beside you, but it's a quick hit down to the 2v2. Hiko's in trouble. The spray. It's going to find at least one. Steel versus Sean. The spike is sticking. He spots him. He sprays him. He finds him. Around for 100 Thieves.
And what a play there from so many. Steel just in time to get back with the nano swarms and really cement that round. Hiko down in dark does his job, gets the one. Almost got the second. Nitro as well on top of that wall, all the way back, not walling himself off, notably, which is a lot of times what happens. Gives Steel the opportunity to come through. Back to defense we go for 100 Thieves. Gen.G might try again to strike. Advantage 100 Thieves for the second time now.
Standing ahead.
Last time this came, Gen.G pushed up into mid very quickly. And it worked out. To great effect.
This time back to basics though. Asuna towards mid, and he loses a crucial duel. He was winning those, and a shock dart kill out to Steel. Playing by the dog. Off the leash it goes. 3 players remaining now for 100 Thieves. Nitro with 1 to answer back, but has to retreat back to safety as he takes too much damage. 3 players remain. Ethan in a little bit of a tougher spot. There's the TP. He'll be safe for now, but Guimon is on the hunt. There's still the tailwind on the site itself. The crossfire is masterful. Pico now has the due diligence. Does he find the frags necessary? He's back and safe. 2v4, difficult position to be in, especially with Kusta now on the flank.
Spike planted.
Nitro crouching all the way out. They got it tagged. Tico and Nitro once again. Shock dart. Not too much damage.
One enemy remains.
With the up trap at the flank. It's too strong. Kusta's there. Hiko falls. Nitro falls. And we go quadruple this time. It feels like both sides have all of a sudden figured something out on the attack because 2 times in a row, attack wins in overtime. Rather than the 10 rounds in a row, 10 rounds basically that both sides got on in regulation on defense. Attack looks all of a sudden like the stronger half for these guys.
And you think that this... Oh no, the ritual, it's over, it's done, it's done. Gen.G, they're about to win, the ritual's done. Tactiberis out, sacrifice to the Valorant gods. Now once more, Kusta in a little bit of a tougher spot. A little bit of a different look here. Once again, that slow orb outside the arches, but there's a counter slow orb. Not for Gen.G, that was a Nitro slow orb. Thinking that they maybe pushed up aggressively and got into that cubby, they cleared it out. Now it's back to basics.
Ooh, the wall. They tried this one time. It didn't quite work out. Kusta's really, really close, so it's not going to work again, and they know what's happening. Gen.G responded greatly last time. They're going to take the peaks, though, off the stairs. I don't know if that's the play. Nitro finds 2, and they've opened up the B site. Is there a smoke for spawn? No, not just yet, but it doesn't matter. Asna's still up on top. They're going to close the switch and maybe close the round out. Just 2 left. Pico swings on them. Nitro for more. Finn's actually gotten it. And he gets away, but only 1 HP.
Yeah, but the spike's on A. Despite the quick hit onto B, they did the do-si-do. And that's a cheeky little nano swarm as well. If Win still manages to somehow pull this off, he doesn't have a lot of HP. Got 1 HP. He brings this out. He will bring pride and glory to Gen.G. This would be
those nano swarms are impossible to deal with. I mean, unless he randomly one taps and finds steal first, I don't see a possibility here.
Yeah,
that's too good.
Listen, when you're doing the Tactibear ritual, it doesn't always mean that you're going to get the good graces. You know, you might have given that favor to the turret by accident.
What a round for 100 Thieves. Full fake. And they fight. That's why you see them continue to fight, by the way, there, because they know it's a fake. They want to take down as many of them as they can, no matter how many of their bodies fall. 100 Thieves advantage again on the attack. This time they start and play defense. They've got to close out. Gen.G more towards A this time, not dealing with that wall whatsoever. That means no switching here. Nice tag though, and that's a great start. Steel and Hiko combined to get a tag through the cat smoke, and they're hitting A though.
This is a tough spot to be in. Another shot for Ethan. They're holding down the site. Still 3 players remain. They managed to make their way in. Nano swarms galore, but still no members of 100 Thieves on the site. They're going to work their way in the retake. Blast pack for Asuna. Doesn't find anybody. Look at this jump up angle for Sean. They're just trying to get a couple of tags. Owl drone comes through. Here comes the Lear. Frag onto Asuna. Now a 3v4. A little bit more doable for Gen.G, but the angle's tight for Steel. Shot's going to try to be good. Good onto 1. Good onto 2. There's one more by Generator. It's Nitro. 100 Thieves close out map number 1.
After being down 10-2 in regulation, 103 Thieves falls back and steal the game away from Gen.G. Wow, what a game. And we get to go into map 2 wondering what else are these guys going to show us, because that was a masterclass on both sides. Both teams put on a show.
Any watch parties out there right now, Sean, Sideshow, Sliggy, they're probably having a field day breaking down the consistent play on both fronts. Like 100 Thieves on the defensive front, the slow orb for B main, then constantly the paint chills, then the late round wall. Asuna deciding passive or aggressive play for mid. And then on the flip side for Gen.G, just working the mid side consistently, leaving, or rather on their defensive front, sorry, their side that they had so successfully, they managed to control the pace as well. It was such a beautiful game of Valorant between these two teams. And that's just map 1, Bala, just map number 1.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dicey's in his watch party on his streaming, like, yeah, guys, they're doing a caterpillar. Yeah, this is a 1, 2, 3 caterpillar attack. And over and over and over. Dude, that was a good game. That's definitely one to watch, take notes on, break down, because, I mean, that was masterful on both sides. Again, I keep saying it, but that 100 Thieves composition now with Sage on Nitro is working out greatly, and they're really starting to come into its own. Nitro also fragging in that game, too. So you see the potential, and it's really starting to shine.
More fun in games for